All right, you guys welcome Madeline.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna start when I start, or what's happening? Okay. I learned everything happens for a reason. It was spring break 2014, and I was going to my first concert, like South by Southwest, without any parents or anything. And I went with my friend Vanessa. And we got to Butler Park, and they check our bags, and then it's this huge park. And they have like a food booth, water booth, food booth, medical tent, food booth, water booth, food booth. And then at the end of the park is this stage. It's not huge, but it's an outdoor stage. And Foster People were coming on. And we got there about 2 hours earlier because everybody was coming. Like, it was all over social media. Everybody's coming to this concert. So it's crowded, but we get into like the actual crowded part, like where everybody's gonna be. And we have our spots, and we're kind of close, and we're excited. And then it starts to get dark, like Foster People are coming on, and people are coming, and they're like, these girls are just trying to like, excuse me, pardon me, and it's like, no, you should have gotten here earlier. We have our spots. So, being a nice person, I decided to let some people in because like, some people had their friends over there, so I was like, okay. But if the line was long enough, me and Vanessa would kind of like scoot with them, like we're part of that group. So we eventually got closer. But then we kind of got like too close, like there's people all on you, like you can't move your feet, you're just kind of there. And it's like, I only know Vanessa, all these other people are strangers. And Foster People come on, and they're jamming out, we're jamming out, we're singing, we're dancing, we're trying to dance because we can't really move our feet without stepping on people. And it was just amazing. We're taking pictures, we're just having a good time. And then like an hour into the show, like I'm like, my stomach hurts, and Vanessa says hers does too. We figured like we ate 4 hours ago, like we're getting hungry, but we're like, we'll sacrifice this, we're having a good time, we don't want to lose our spots. So we're jamming out, we're singing and everything. And then an hour after that, I feel like my body feels weird. It feels like I'm kind of out of my body. And I'm just like, Vanessa, we have to go. Like, we need to go till, I need some water. I'm so thirsty. I think I'm dehydrated. And she's kind of like bummed out, but she's like, okay, let's go. So I'm following her, and everything kind of stops. Like, I don't hear the music. I don't see anything. Like, it's all black now. And then I feel people. Like, I start to hear noises, and then I hear people, and they're like trying to pick me up. I passed out. Oh. I'm on the ground, and these strangers are trying to pick me up. So I get up because I'm looking for Vanessa. I don't see Vanessa. And then I'm like, I kind of ignore these people, and I go, and everything goes black again. And it's like, this time it was more. Like, people are feeling on my legs, on my body. Like, when I woke up, my shirt was like halfway up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I know y'all don't know me, but it's okay. So I find Vanessa, and we're finally going, and like now these people are trying to like almost carry me over the barricade. And I get to the medical tent because like the paramedics got me over there by a golf cart because I couldn't walk. And I asked for water, and they're like, okay, hold on. And they sent me on a chair, and I'm like, they asked me, have you been consuming alcohol? Have you been doing drugs? And I'm like, no. They're like, we're not the police, we don't care. And it's just like, no, I'm not like that, I don't do that, no. I'm like mad at them, like, why are you telling me this? And they're like, okay, well, they checked my pulse was fine. do you want to go to the hospital? No, I don't want to go to the hospital. So they were like, sign this form to tell them you refuse service treatment. And I was like, okay. So I signed it, and Vanessa's like, did they tell you what happened? And I was like, no, I just fainted. They're like, they think you had a seizure. Your eyes were rolled back. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And they said, but I wasn't shaking or anything, so I don't believe I had a seizure. But I go home, and I tell my parents what happened. And my dad was like, that's when he told me about my little fainting spells, he said. Apparently when I was a kid, I would just faint, and like, I wouldn't faint a lot, but I fainted enough to where my parents had to take me to the doctor, and they said something was in my heart, and it was like a reflex that fainting had on me, so I would just faint for some reason, and I would grow out of it, and I did grow out of it until a couple of months ago.